Welcome to Friday Night Live. We're right here at Ridgeview where the Wolf Pack just wrapped up their game with the Liberty Patriots. Those Liberty Patriots, a perfect 4-0 coming into this one. The Wolf Pack were at 2-2. They had a pretty tough loss last week against Heart of Newhall. Pretty tough team, and they were on the road. Now, the Wolf Pack, they won this meeting last year against the Patriots. Maybe it was time for the Patriots to get a little bit of revenge. Those D3 champ Wolf Pack, they lost a couple of players from the championship squad last week, while the Liberty Patriots, not only have they brought back some players, they've also got a new head coach in Brian Nixon, definitely adding some fuel to that Liberty fire. And don't forget about Josh Medina, always a threat under center for those Patriots. So it was a new year and two definitely new look squads on the field tonight. Let's go to the highlights.
Undefeated Liberty in the house of reigning Valley champs Ridgeview. There's Herman Day back on the field after a full recovery from heart surgery last year. Kickoff and the Patriots force a 3-and-out, so Josh Medina takes a 5-step drop all day to find wide open Hans Harker. First series of the game for the Pats, and they're up 7-0. Wolfpack able to drive down the field thanks to penalties by Liberty. Like that one. They kept the ball for a while in the red zone, and Jacob Lopez powers his way on in, and we're tied 7-7 at Ridgeview at the end of one. Switch field now, and before our cameraman can run down there, Alec Hayden's got the run game working for Liberty. Quick as a flash, and the tied game is no more. PAT was missed, though, so 13-7 Liberty. A high snap to Jesse Maurer, the punter. He runs it down, but it's too late. Patriots have great field position. Medina hands off to Quincy Jaunty this time. Everybody getting in on the action at this point. The route is on. 20-7 Liberty leads. Another 3-and-out for the Wolfpack. Airing it out worked so well in the first quarter. Might as well try again. That was Medina to Harker, and it's getting away from Ridgeview here. 27-7 Liberty. Right before the half, Liberty just pouring it on at this point. Quick pass out to Justin Nieto, and Liberty leads 34-7.
And 55-7 was your final tonight. Ridgeview, two tough losses in a row. They're going to have to bounce back next week against Washington Union up north in the North Sequoia League before they start their league. For Liberty, they've got a bye before Bakersfield. Now, there was something a little different on the sidelines of this game. If you were at the game, you were probably wondering, what are those coaches and players doing huddled around a big flat screen TV in purple and gold? Well, there's a new rule by the CIF which has given way to new technology on the high school football field. Take a look.
This may look like your TV at home, you know, the one you use to watch football. Well, it is used to watch football, but not exactly the way that you or I watch football. New rule by CIF has lifted any restrictions for in-game video use by teams. Now, Ridgeview went down to Newhart Hall last week, and they saw them using this. They've wanted to use it all year, but didn't exactly know how to implement the technology. Well, this is the first game that Ridgeview is actually using the technology, but they're still learning how to implement it.
Well, the challenge is, for everybody, is to how do we take advantage of the new rule or the lack of the rule and be able to, you know, get some advantages immediately on the sidelines, you know, for the coaches, for the players, etc. And I know all the coaches in town. I mean, they're all scrambling to try to figure this out, and we're doing the same thing. So do you want to view just O-line? You know, then you got to zoom in on the O-line, because when you zoom out, obviously, you know, you miss some of the key things that you might be looking for, you know, during a play, like alignment or, you know, technique or whatever it is. So you have to decide how you want to set the video equipment up. Oh, I think it's a huge advantage. I mean, the people that figure it out first and have the best system, I think are going to have an advantage. You have to progress. I mean, if you don't progress with everybody else, you're going to be left behind. You know, and the sooner you can do it and the more feedback you have, you can make those adjustments And you know, I guess you got to know what to do with the information.
Well, obviously the technology is still being implemented. They're trying to figure out how to use it most effectively. No doubt teams around Kern County, once they learn about it, will want to use it as well. Well, stick around on Friday Night Live. When we come back, we'll talk to head coach Dennis Manning. It's Friday Night Live on 23 ABC. Stay with us.
Friday Night Live, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the biggest little credit union in town.
One thing about living in Kern County is all the great rivalries. Garces and
Tehachapi,
Centennial and
Liberty,
Highland and
Foothill,
North and South, West and
BHS.
And despite all these rivalries, there is one thing we can all agree on. Kern Schools is the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, the biggest little credit union in town.
You can choose to blend in. Or you can choose to blend out. The all-new 2014 Lexus IS. It's your move. Lease the 2014 IS 250 for $349 a month for 27 months. See your Lexus dealer.
This weekend, get money-saving deals on better sleep at both Earner's Z's Please Sleep Centers. Every brand, every mattress is priced to move. They're all on sale. Get your best price on our complete selection of Tempur-Pedic, iComfort, and iSeries. And get up to $300 in free sheets or pillows with your purchase. With free delivery, up to 4-year special financing, and prices like these, you just can't miss the end-of-month clearance sale. On now at both Z's Please Sleep Centers. White Lane and Weibel, and our Superstore at Brimhall and Callaway.
Later tonight on Nightline, the man who's built a business celebrating sugar, telling people it's okay to go sweeter as he tries to make candy sexy. Plus, Dolly Parton faces down rumors on the price she paid to protect her most valuable assets.
An orchestra instantly available in the middle of Manhattan. This is a dream come true! Next, right this minute.
Monday at 11:30 on 23 ABC.
Arsenio gets the weekend started with Gloria Estefan. Plus, Paula Patton. Her husband, Robin Thicke, got twerked by Miley. Hear her take on the controversy.
Look what he got you into.
Tonight after Nightline on 23 ABC.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. We're still here at Ridgeview High School. We're joined now by head coach Dennis Manning of the Ridgeview Wolf Pack. Coach Manning, thanks for being with us.
You bet.
Could you just give me your overall thoughts on the game?
Well, hey, Liberty's got a great football team. We didn't play our best tonight, but your hat's got to go off to them. I mean, they're coached well. They got quality kids, and they're playing they're playing at a high level, so they're going to do very well this season.
What was it like to prepare for Josh Medina, a quarterback who you've seen before? So you've obviously prepared for him before, but now you've got to do it again with some guys that you haven't returned.
Hey, he's a great athlete. I mean, he really fits their scheme really well. I mean, he can throw the ball really accurately, and he can take off and run. So he's a dual threat, and hey, we had a hard time keeping up with him tonight.
Mm-hmm. Your schedule's pretty tough. You guys face Hart last week, and now Liberty. Once you guys hit league, which is pretty fast approaching, you're going to know some stuff about your football team. What have you learned over these past couple of weeks?
Well, I think we're going through some adversity. I mean, we play some tough teams. We're a really young team, and it's that moment where we got to circle the wagons. I mean, it could be a make or break point for us, and it's certainly we need to address an issue that is just simply we got to come together and play better.
And when you say come together and play, is that on any phase of the game in particular, or is it just?
Well, I saw a whole lot of missed tackles tonight. We got to block better. Our assignment's got to be blocked better. We got to tackle better. Again, taking nothing away from Liberty because they played great, but we missed a lot of tackles that we should have made.
What were some positives that you can take away and build on?
Well, we had a pretty good drive. At one point we just marched down, punched it in, scored. I mean, heck, if we can do that against Liberty, we can do it against anybody. So, we got to build on that. I mean, I think that was a series that we blocked everything right. We ran tough, played physical and punched it in. And that's what we have to do. That's what we do the best, when we're playing well.
What is it about games sometimes at high school level? I've seen it over week after week. It seems like in the first series, no matter who's playing who, everyone's pretty even. Just like in this one, it was 7-7, and then it falls off. What is it about it at this level where that exists at the beginning of almost every game?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to stop the clock at that point. But we couldn't. And hey, they executed better than we did. I mean, they threw the ball well. The kids caught the ball. They ran the ball well. They blocked better than we did. They tackled better than we did. And eventually, they just were a better football team tonight.
Mm-hmm. You said you're a young team. You've graduated some guys. Have you been keeping your eye on anyone who's at the collegiate level in particular this year?
Well, for our guys that have graduated, well, we've had some, real standouts. Kyrie Wilson and Shannon Edwards playing at Fresno State, and Tyler Ferguson, got some snaps at up at Penn State, and we've got some guys out there, and it's fun to watch them.
Yeah, it is fun to watch them. It'll be fun to watch you guys, especially when we get into league coming up here in 2 weeks. Yeah. Coach Manning, thanks for joining us, and thanks for letting us into your program this week.
Thank you very much.
All right, stick around on Friday Night Live. When we come back, we'll whip around Kern County at some other scores. It's Friday Night Live at Ridgeview High. Stay with us.
You're watching KERO 23 ABC in Bakersfield. Friday Night Live, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the biggest little credit union in town.